We follow up on the programs we send, and then the players respond good so far. Of course, they're all questioning when do we start, because we train with a purpose, so they're also curious about what is happening actually, because you cannot just train without knowing what will happen. But we try to motivate them as good as possible and as positive as possible, that there is something ahead for them to look forward to. Yeah, that is what we do with the videos, the programs. They got individual program. Players have an individual training program based on their weaknesses. And then they got a program that all the players must do together on their own time, in their own environment. So we follow up with heart rate monitors, and that we stay at a certain capacity in training level. So once we come back, we know more or less that the whole team is at the same level. They send the pictures of their heart rate watches, so we see the result after their training, and then we monitor that with the zone they should be working at. So sub-maximum, maximum, or low maximum, anaerobic, aerobic. Strength training is a little bit different, but if we do explosive training, which we do, that is at a high level. So we see that on the heart rate frequency. Yeah, I think this is at the moment the most important question, and I think after I've spoken to our management and our director Teddy, that we cannot continue leaving everybody in the unknown. We hear so many times, yeah, the competition will start in February. But until now, there is still no confirmation, and this is absolutely no good. And once again, I think it's important that if we speak about this, that it should not be miscommunicated and mistranslated and misinterpreted. What we are saying here, we need concrete answers. We're talking about the lives of how many hundreds of people here, maybe thousands, with the hope that the competition will start. Well, the competition should start in October. Everybody was ready. We are talking about families. We are talking about the livelihood of many, many people here. We're not only talking about the football players and the officials, but we're talking about the people that support football around it. So leaving all these people, including myself also, in the unknown doesn't help anyone. I've spoken with Teddy and I said, look, we cannot continue the way it is. We need to know, will there be a league or not? Everything has been postponed and postponed and postponed, always with different reasons, and it doesn't help anyone in Indonesia anymore at this stage. If we look around us in the world, everyone is playing football, where the COVID might even be worse than in Indonesia. So I don't think that should be any excuse anymore, knowing that you can handle the situation with the strict protocols in place. We already have to play in empty stadiums as an example. So if there is no confirmation given, how can we start the league in February? We have got all the foreign players overseas, we got all our local players in the respective home environments, the kampongs. I think it is high time that the football authorities set an ultimatum, and that they say latest by December, and I would put it as December 22nd, which is only 4 days from now, because after that the festive season starts for many people. They must give a confirmed answer. The league will continue in February. That means we have time enough to call back all the players. Because if they say in January we're going to start in February, and you're going to go back all your players, which is players from overseas, and it is very difficult traveling overseas. It would be very difficult to start a season in February. Why? We must not forget, we have not been playing and training since March. From a scientific point of view, from a technical point of view, there's no way you can expect good football after you did not play football for 1 year. So if they will start a competition in February without calling us in time, without preparation, we cannot start. So in my opinion, looking at everything that has happened in Indonesian football over the past months from March to December, and not knowing until now that we really will start or not, I strongly suggest we must have a cut-off date, which I think should be this month, before the festive season starts. So I strongly propose 22nd of December. We must have a clear answer, because that gives only 1 week for overseas players to make sure they can come back in time to start training in January, which is not easy with flying restrictions. If they cannot give any guarantee, I strongly propose that the League 2020 should be totally cancelled, should not restart at all. Instead, we should focus on 2021. And that is a clear sign for everybody that forget about 2020. The league finished as it finished, which happened in many countries. This year, 2020, some countries, when the pandemic started to take huge proportions in their societies, they stopped the leagues. And at the moment they stopped the leagues, that was the official standing. That is also according to FIFA rules and regulations. If they talk about force majeure, etc., etc., this can happen, and then the league standing stops. I'm not saying that it favors PERSIB Bandung. I'm saying it favors all the clubs in the country, so that they know where they're standing, because they have to sign new contracts again with players. They have to make sure that they start preparation for the new season again. But right now we have to be realistic. If there's no call-up that the league will start, we cannot start a league in February. After 10 months of no playing football at all. It's dangerous at the same time, because players are not prepared for the whole thing. Secondly, we don't even know when season 2021 will start then. You cannot start 2020 in 2021 and immediately start 2021 also. We have to be realistic about things. There must be a dialogue and there must be a way out of this. But don't let everybody be uncertain of what will happen all the time. It's not good for the football players. They lose their moral, they lose their mentality. You see what is happening. Many players are starting jobs because they cannot support their families anymore. Foreign players are leaving the country, start playing overseas. So there's too much involved to leave us in the uncertainty. And I do think that the football authorities must really put an ultimatum now. Okay, if we cannot guarantee the league will start, let's focus on 2021. And then the league standings, that is the rule, 2020 will stand as it is. But focus on 2021 and start a real competition again. With or without spectators in the stadium, doesn't matter, because they do that all over the world. So why can't we do it in Indonesia? I've asked this question so many times. Why can't we play football in Indonesia like in all the other countries? But nobody can give me a clear answer. Vietnam start a league. Cambodia start a league, Thailand start a league, all 2021, all confirmed when they start the leagues. All the countries around us, Malaysia, you name it. But here we still don't know even about 2020. All the other countries already said we forget about 2020. European leagues have been stopped during the season 2020. The league stopped. And they focus on 2021 already. And I think it's high time we must do the same in Indonesia. I think it's not about acceptance who's number 1 and who's number 14. It is about looking at the future, not keeping everybody in uncertainty. I present PERSIB that we are number 1 has nothing to do with stopping the league. I would say the same even if we are number 6 in the league. Because at the moment the whole situation doesn't help our football and our football industry, and with that the sports industry in our country. We must also realize that the sports industry in Indonesia is one of the biggest industries financially. And the sports industry global, 2018, just to mention the figure, is worth $500 billion US. It's a huge turnover financially. In Indonesia, the sports industry is estimated to be somewhere around 2.5 trillion rupiah. Now, since March, There's not been any financial turnover in the sports industry. So the country itself is losing a lot in terms of economic sports volume. And this is also an important factor. If the sports industry starts building up again, the money turnover automatically gets involved again. That's good for the financial situation of Indonesia as well. These are the side effects of stopping professional sports at the moment. We recommend our players all the time, and our doctors, Dr. Rafi is always updated on this. We make sure that our players are updated on the latest information always. And if this is the direction by the health ministry, we have to follow it. We will instruct all our players to follow the health protocols, because football players are very sensitive. If something happened to them, they can't play football, they're out for a long time. And before they can come back into the game again, it's a long time. So we must always be alert on, follow the instructions of the health ministry.